Hello everyone, RuneSmith here, and today we're taking a look at some Southord lockpicks I have recently acquired. Initially I was very excited to get my hands on this set since I do have a one-off from this series, a half diamond that I use a lot and I really like the half diamond design. I also have their pocket pen pick set, which I also very much enjoy and I love the quality. Now to this set. Firstly, I would like to say that I do like the polish that comes on the pick tips. I like the finish on the handles and I like the hook selection that it comes with. I also like the deforest and the half diamond. However, I started experiencing issues with the steel quality of this set straight out of the box. The issues I experienced was that they bend and they stay bent, very much like any of the cheap Chinese sets that anybody else has had. Here I'll demonstrate a little flick test I do to check the return and the springiness on a pick. I don't do it very hard, but as you can see with this pick, it goes back to true, as it should. Now, when I do this with this, and I'm going to do it with lighter pressure than what I just did on that one, you can see the significant bend straight away, and it has no spring back and no return. This is a soft steel. Again, a very light flick, but a significant bend. When I noticed this happening, I did not jump to conclusions. I did not immediately post a bad review and start bad-mouthing Southord. I thought a good idea would be to send them an email and give them a chance to rectify, respond, or leave a comment. So here is my initial email to them. Hello, Southord. My name is blank and I'm known as RuneSmith Locksport on social media. Please accept my apologies for the reason I am reaching out, so I wanted to start with positive feedback. The quality of your pocket pen is truly outstanding. It's a pleasure to use and I'm very happy with it. I've also had great experiences with your picks in the past, which is why I was so excited about my new set. However, I have encountered an issue with a set I recently purchased, which I believe is the C1015. The steel doesn't seem to be of the usual high quality. During normal use, the picks are bending and staying bent. They feel like a very soft steel that lacks the necessary characteristics for quality lockpicks. Please know that I don't intend to sound critical. I'm contacting you directly before creating a YouTube video about your picks, hoping you might have an explanation or a comment on this issue. Thank you for your time and attention to this matter. Sincerely, RuneSmith. I believe this was a perfectly reasonable and fair email to send. I think it's right to give the company a right of reply and to give them a chance to explain before releasing a critical video. Here was their reply. Hello RuneSmith, thank you very much for your email. We are glad to hear you are happy with your pen pick set. For your understanding, the steel used in our pen picks, jackknife set, standard picks and slimline picks is the same type of steel, full hard spring stainless steel, and so is within the same specs range as far as hardness and strength. The pick tips in the pen pick set are 0.003 thicker than the picks in our slimline series, like the C1510 set, so will have more rigid feel due to the thickness, while the picks in the pen pick set are of our slimline profiles and so have the more narrow pick shaft. Like the slimlines, the steel used for them is 25 thousandths thick compared to the slimline 22,000 thickness. As a side note, our Max series is also of our slimline profiles, and they go on to explain what high yield is like I don't know. I found this reply not only to be a brush off, but also them trying to upsell me the Max high yield picks. I feel it was a brush off because they didn't try to investigate further or ask for pictures or videos of the problems that I have been having. They didn't want to work with me, they didn't give anything back. They went straight into defensive. No, it's the same still, it's going to be the same, you're not having problems with it, here, buy our max high yield if you want something better. So I decided to reply and give them the benefit of the doubt. Hello, thank you for your detailed response. While I appreciate the information regarding the steel specifications for your various pick lines, the issue I'm encountering isn't related to the thickness. My pen pick and even older pick from your Slim Euro series have a nice springiness, whereas this new is bending far too easily, almost like a lower quality set I might find elsewhere. I've attached some images to better illustrate what I'm seeing. My intention in reaching out is simply to give your company an opportunity to address this before I create a video review for my YouTube channel. I'm not expecting anything for free. Thanks. I added that last part as I do know people will try to use certain things and commit fraud against companies. I wanted them to know I wasn't expecting them to replace the kit. I wasn't expecting anything from them other than some sort of explanation or comment so I can pass this information on to you possible consumers. So I received a reply. Thank you for your reply. The pick in your photo is bent sideways. Yes, a 22 thousandths thick strip of steel is quite easy to bend as you have done in your photo, but a bend in that direction does not occur with proper use in a lock, nor is it indicative of the pick's strength or durability for use in a lock. Please do note your pick can easily be re-straightened for normal use as demonstrated in the video link. Our steel, in fact, is received in large coils, and they go on to explain how their steel is received and how it's run through rollers in a cold rolling process, and use that to explain straightening the pick will not affect the integrity of the steel. They also go on to say that the steel I have received in the past is possibly the same steel as they buy in large batches. If it's not the same steel, it will have been tested and verified by the steel mills and be the same. Again, they had no care to investigate further with me, work with me, ask me any questions, ask me to return the pick so they can test it and see that it is up to scratch. They just wanted to say, no, what you're experiencing is either normal or you're putting in excessive force. I sent this last reply in the middle of their working day yesterday and have not received anything since. Thank you for your latest response. I wanted to clarify that I didn't simply bend the pick with excessive force. My intention was to test the spring back of the steel, flexing it gently with my finger, which is a normal way to assess the temper of a lockpick. I am familiar with the different types of steel manufacturing and how the quality lockpicks typically behave under such tests. As an ex-locksmith and avid lockpicker of many years, I have amassed a collection of picks of varying gauges and materials from reputable manufacturers like Moki, Peterson, Dangerfield, Multipix, Sparrows, and Lockmaster, among others. These, even in the thinner gauges, consistently demonstrate good springback and readily return to their original shape after being flexed in a similar manner. The behaviour of this new set is noticeably different and more akin to a very soft metal. I'm really not trying to cause you problems at all, I'm just trying to get the full picture before doing a YouTube review. It wouldn't be fair for me to do a critical review without giving you the opportunity to respond. So just to clarify, your response seems to indicate that 1, your .022 thousand steel will bend to the side with very little effort and have zero spring or return because a 22 thousand strip of steel is quite easy to bend. 2, you believe this does not indicate its durability, strength or integrity as a lockpick tool, and you don't think it will cause fatigue in the steel to just bend it back as you have shown in your video. And finally, you claim that the steel should be the same spec as the picks I've had before and it would have been tested and verified by the steel mill. Please let me know I have understood correctly. I would not like to misrepresent your position. I have not had a reply since. If you have been watching the video playing in the background, you have seen me do the same test with more force on different picks from different brands. This is Lock Tools. It's more rigid than all the other brands I've tried, but it is returning to true with the same amount of effort I'm putting into all the other picks. This is a good steal. But Southord, you are not alone in being not able to keep it up. I do have another pick of the same quality of these. My Gosso grey handle pick from many years ago. This is thicker than your set, but as you can see, with similar flick, it bends less than your set. Don't worry, I'm guessing with age, it happens to everyone, and I'm sure they sell a little blue pill that can help rectify your rigidity problems. Everybody, thanks for watching. Don't buy this junk. And let me know in the comments if you think I was being unreasonable. Thank you very much.